Season 3 of The Walking Dead. Here's my rewatch. Hello, it's your girl E, your favorite purple haired girly, and I'm back with another video talking about my rewatch. So, if you don't already know, I am rewatching The Walking Dead series, and I am on season 3. So, with this rewatch, season 3 really ups the ante a lot of bit because the first two seasons, was a different dynamic. Carl was out of it like half a season, so they were like living on a farm. It was mainly about like, the Shane and Rick, Lori dynamic, seeing how that progressed. Glenn Glenn met and Maggie, that whole thing, and we were just really focused on the same group. We met like a families, and they kind of like blended together. But like in season 3, we're now like they're a small community, and now like there's another community, and we get to see how the leaders of those communities, like, you can either collaborate or bump heads, and there was no collaboration. Enters the governor. Do y'all remember him? He was crazy. So in season 3, let me run it back a little bit, right? Some key things. They're at the prison now, so they found some prisoners. That didn't go so well, right? Because, I mean, prisoners, can they really be trusted in the before and after? Who knows? But that's also where I start to see that like Rick just starts to toughen up a little bit. Like, I don't think that in season 1 or 2, where he kills the leader of this prison group, I don't think that he would have done that in season 1 or 2. But in season 3, we tried to share the space. You're acting shady. You threw a walker at me, and so he took out that prisoner. He wasn't playing any games. Like, yeah, you're acting funny. You're moving funny. I can't trust you. You gotta go. You gotta grow. You're a threat to me. You're a threat to my people, and you're out of here. So I love like watching Rick essentially toughen up, because I kind of like was more like, as I said in my last video, Team Shane. I was here for more of like that ideology. Um, Lori dies this season. She dies during childbirth, which we kind of figured that she was gonna die, right? Like, women die, and she says that like women die every day with modern medicine, and now we don't have it. Natural birth. Yeah, we knew my girl was gonna die. And Carl has to take her out. Carl has really grown up, I feel like, throughout the whole series. Like, he just changes and hardens up essentially, and he's just a kid. And one thing that I loved about his character, though, at his age, like, he played no games. Like, he understood. He understood that once you become a walker, like, you're no longer a person, whereas some people still struggle with that, right? Going back to the governor like had his little dead daughter up in there, thinking that she was somewhere in there, and as we know, you're not there. And he still like, and some people still did that, couldn't let them go. Like Herschel in the barn. Herschel had all those people in the barn thinking that they were just sick, something that you can do about it, and you just had all those people in the barn. So at Carl's young age, like, he didn't believe that. He knew what it was. His mom turned into Walker, like, pop, she had to go. And I really love that about his character, because I don't even think that Rick would have done it that fast. I don't think Rick would have moved like that, because the way my boy crashed out and was sad all of season 3, like seeing her in different places, like, that thing threw him in a tizzy for a bit. And then, like, so we get introduced to the governor, and then we also get introduced to Michonne. I did not realize that she entered the season that quickly, like that she was, in the series from that early. And just like the first time that I watched, I really loved her character. Like, she was a badass with that sword. I really love her character, and she's always popping at the mouth. Like, you're not gonna say something to her, and you're not gonna hear anything back. And I really love that about her character. So I was like super excited to see her so early in the series. I also feel like I missed some context aside from Michonne taking out the governor's zombie daughter, which I feel like he hated her. He already hated her. Like, why? It's because she had a strong personality, right? Like, because she was a badass. It threatened his masculinity. I think that's what it was. because he already didn't like her. And once she killed like his zombie daughter, like it was over. It was obsessed. And he wanted her to go so bad that essentially they started a mini war between both groups. And I think that it's insane to put your group and the people that you lead into danger like that, especially like in this post world. But your ego, it was the ego and the what's the ego and the power that I feel like the governor really wanted, because you go, you link up with Rick, you try to make like some deal. Really, you just wanted Michonne. And then after post that, it was supposed to be a deal. Nobody's supposed to die. Like nobody in either community wanted anybody to die. They didn't want any of the violence. Like if we're killing these walkers. I didn't understand like why as a group and like as the groups they couldn't just like come together, do things. But I guess you can't have two leaders, and that's always the thing that I feel like as we carry on and meet different groups and different communities, it always goes like that. And of course, there's a low supply of resources, so if you're not gonna put in that work and help out with these resources, I also get that too, but they didn't live to, I don't know. I just didn't understand like why they couldn't just coexist. They didn't have to merge communities or anything like that. I don't know why they could not like coexist. Like he was obsessed with taking out Michonne, and he was gonna take out the group anyway. And shout out to Rick for peeping that and not trusting. And that's what I mean. You can't really trust anybody, and they knew that. So shout out to Rick for peeping game, because he was gonna give her up, and then realized he's probably just gonna take us out anyway. So we might as well go to war. And they do. They go to war. They don't lose, and then he loses his shit again and loses his people of Woodbury because he just starts taking them out. That's not, nobody wanted that. Nobody wanted that. But you were so obsessed with Michonne and taking that out and the power that now you had no group, and that's how we left the governor of season 3. You have Andrea. Andrea dies. She was trying to play both sides of the fence. She didn't. She low key. She had like a love hate relationship with the group because she talked negatively about them, and then like kind of went back and realized the governor was like a piece of shit. Meanwhile, she was sleeping with him. But okay, sis, and whatever, she dies. I don't think that was too big of a deal. I didn't really like her character anyway, and I still didn't like her character. So I wasn't like, oh, like Andrea died. I didn't care. She had to go. She was never really down for the group anyway. At least I didn't think so. So no, she was trying to play both sides of the fence. I wasn't feeling it. And then all in all, I really enjoyed the season. It Whereas season 2 was a little bit slower, this kicks back up with a lot of like, action, killings, shit like that between like the prisoners, the walkers, because walkers start coming in, and then like that dynamic with the governor, of course, his crazy ass. He I feel like he was just thirsty for power. I'm in the middle of season 4 right now, and he's back, but I'm in the middle of season 4 right now, and it's the same thing. Like he wanted to rule a group where I feel like Rick understands his role as a leader to make certain decisions or suggestions and see how the group feels about doing this. The governor is really like, it's going to be my way, no way. You can just get the fuck up out of here, or you can die. Those are your options. And so it shows this season showed the two different kinds of like leadership roles that people have, because soon, was it season 8 that we run into Negan? I can't wait till I get back to that season again, because he was my favorite. Since I didn't finish, I don't know if we run into anyone better than Negan, but Negan was my shit, and I can't wait to get there. But yes, I really like that season 3 like ups the ante. It's showing how you can survive with others, and the Rick's group has grown, or is growing. It did grow, right? The people of Woodbury decided to find refuge with his group, and they had to, grow and progress from there. So, like I said, I'm already in the middle of season 4 right now, and stay tuned because the governor is back doing governor shit. But anyway, I really liked season 3. Like I said, it did kick up where season 2 was a little bit slower, but I'm here for it. And yeah, I love the governor's crazy. of season 3. And like I said, that introduction to Michonne was like my favorite, and she became like my favorite character once she came on to season 3. But that's it. Stay tuned for my thoughts on season 4. What are your thoughts on season 3? Did you like this season? What's your favorite season of The Walking Dead? It's a lot of questions, but let me know in the comment. Like, subscribe, share with your friends. You know what's up. Bye.